The trends towards miniaturization across all electronics markets can be even seen for non-experts. We are in front of a dispensing station meeting the demands of miniaturization, and next to me is Adam. Adam, hi.
Hi.
Adam, you're an expert in dispensing technology. So what are the major challenges in the electronics industry that we need to tackle with regard to dispensing? And maybe you can give us a few examples.
Thanks for asking. That's absolutely the trend in the electronics industry, this miniaturization what we see. Yeah? To give you an example, take your car key. Yeah? In the past, it was just a key, right? Now it's a device with a button and a PCB inside. And this PCB needs to be protected against environmental influences or against simple things like vibration if your key falls out of your hand. Yeah? And for that, we developed a dispensing system which is exactly coping with the demands of the market. More function in smaller devices. And for that, I would like to present you our new machine, which is right behind me.
Okay, and what requirements do we have to meet in terms of precision, small dispensing volumes, and also large material spectrums?
Exactly as you say, these are the requirements. Precision, small and tiny shots, repeatability, flexibility. And this is what we try, not what we try, this is what we do actually here at Scheugenpflug. Yeah? With this new metering head. Just imagine, in the past the dispensing quantity was 1 milliliter. Yeah? The tolerance was 5%. How much is it? 5% of 1 milliliter, 0.05 milliliter. With this metering head right behind me, we can do now 0.005 milliliter. So the total dot size is now even smaller than the tolerance was before. And here is the key point. It's not only to dispense a kind of a tiny dot, it's also to dispense with the highest accuracy, highest repeatability, so the customers can trust what we do with our system. And this is exactly what we try to do every day. And based on that also, this metering head gives the customers a higher flexibility in terms of dispensing range. So in the past you could do like a small shot up to a little bit bigger one, and now with this metering head behind me you can do from 4 milliliter down to 0.006, everything with the same metering head, in the same width on the same part and on the same machine. And this enables the customer at the end to do a lot of different applications with the same machine, and also they have enough backup for the future. So for the task of challenges of the futures ahead, when the miniaturization gets even more micro than it is now, we have enough backup and enough space in the system to cope with the needs of our customers.
Okay, Adam, and what exactly are we looking at here? Maybe you can explain it. Why are flexibility and precision so important?
Of course. This is one of our advanced dispensing metering heads, the DOS DPL 2001. You can see it here in alignment with our dispensing cell DC803, together with a cartridge feeding system left and right. This metering head is exactly made for small dots like you can see here on this platoon. Yeah? It's a metering system consisting of displacement-free valves. Due to that, we have no pushback effect of closing and opening the valves. And besides that, we also improved the motors of the system. Instead of one, we used meanwhile 2 motors. And due to that, we could decrease the minimal limit, what we can dispense, by a factor of 15. In numbers, it means for 2-component material, we can dispense 0.006 milliliter for 2 components, up to a mixing ratio of 100 to 10. And based on that, doesn't matter for which material. So the same materials we used before, abrasive gap filler, moisture sensitive polyurethanes and others can be done with this metering. And as I just mentioned before, we still have enough backup to supply the needs of the future with those machines.
All right, and Adam, can you present typical applications to us?
Of course I can. One typical application, what we do every day here at Scheugenpflug, is the electrical control unit. So in the past, we dispensed more or less the complete part with a gap filler on the heatsink. Now, the customer wants more a selective dispensing, which means we just dissipate the heat from those components where the heat is generated, without affecting the components left and right to each other. Which means those components are pretty small, and they also only need a pretty small dot of material. Of course, that saves at the end time, money for the material, and at the end, and last but not least, production cost. But that's not the only application what we have. We see more and more applications coming around the corner. It can be something simple like a gluing application, or it can be something about a potting. Everywhere on those stages, we, with this metering head, enter in the new area of miniaturization, micro dispensing at Scheugenpflug.
Adam, it was a pleasure meeting you, and thank you so much for this exciting presentation.
Thank you too, and enjoy the rest of the day at the show.
I will.
Thanks. Bye.